The topic name is Other Approaches for Analysis. Why we need analysis? Just to understand about clients or user needs. In the initial step or the first moment, they really don't know what they require and what they are expecting from the software. Here analyst can collect the information from the client side and their environment and their working procedures. Here analyst can play a crucial role to identify the real needs of the client. Here the basic principle is divide and conquer, used for analysis. The problem is divided into sub-problems or some sub-partitions and identify the relations between the sub-problems. State and projection concept is used for understanding about the sub-problem. The state can tell us about the conditions or some constraints of the system. For example, if you can implement login module, then the conditions would be login ID as 8 characters with alphanumericals and password should be alphanumericals with some special characters. Coming to the projection can be viewed in terms to the multiple viewpoints. Here the viewpoint is a system or people. It can interact with the other systems directly. The analyst can identify the user needs, but for that identification, he follows some familiar methods like data flow diagrams and entity relationship diagrams. And now we can see data flow diagrams. These data flow diagrams are also called as data flow graphs. These diagrams are used for understanding about the system. It can tell that how data is flowing from one state to other state or how the data flow throughout the systems. DFD can show how input transform into an output to get the desired result or to get the end results. The input can go from one step to other step. That means series of steps it can be taken. Without data transformation, we can't achieve end results or desired output. The transformation of input from one state to other state is called as process. This process can be shown as rounded circle and name of the process can be written in the middle of the circle. The data flow can be shown with named arrows. On the top of the arrow, we can write the name. Here the rectangle represents source or sink. Source is used to retrieve the data and sink is used to insert the data or to insert updated information. From the figure, you can see that how a employee get the check or to issuing employee check. Here employee record, company record, tax rates are external files. From the external files, you retrieve or insert the details. This rectangle box worker can act as a source or sink. Here the weekly timesheet is basic input. The output is paycheck. That means from the diagram we can learn how this input called weekly timesheet can be converted to output as paycheck. Here whatever you are seeing in the round circle is called as process. First we can retrieve the information by using employee ID and employee file and we can compute weekly payment. Then employee might be worked some extra time. For this overtime also you can compute the payment. The total amount is computed from regular hours as well as extra hours. This total amount is called overall pay. From the total payment, tax will be deducted. For the tax deduction, tax rate file also used. After tax deduction, the employee gets the net payment. This net payment can be issued in the form of paycheck. This paycheck can be inserted into worker as well as company records. Here the star symbol represents end relationship. That means, for example, from the above diagram, if you want to compute the weekly pay, then you require payment rate and how many hours he worked. Both details are required. Likewise, plus operator is used for our relationship. This is used when the single flow is necessary, then we are using. Like DFT diagram, we are having ER diagrams which are used for analysis. Coming to the ER diagrams is used for modeling the data. ER diagrams have two main concepts. Those are entities and relationships. Entities holds the main information and entities are equal to a table and represent with rectangle. All entities have relationships with other entities. Relationships can be drawn with a line connecting to the other entities. If it is having a line between two boxes, then the relationship exists between the two entities. The relationship is given a name by labeling the line. There are several relationships are available. Those are one to many to one and many to many. If you can observe the diagram is for action management system ER diagram. Here the entities are users, items, categories and bits. The relationships are also exist between the entities like one-to-many relationship. For example, users and items are two entities. The relationship is one-to-many relationship that exists between them. The users can sell many items, but each item has only one seller. So there is one-to-many relationship exists between the user and items. Similarly, one-to-many relationship exists between items and bits and users and bits, and also between the categories and items.